Alright, full disclosure, I'm a Call of Duty hater, so take what I say with a grain of salt, but I will give context as to why I hate this franchise and why you should stop buying this slop. So, I fell in love with COD in 2007 with Modern Warfare, as many old heads did. It was the first real online FPS experience that I ever had. I played some Halo at friends' houses, but never owned it myself as I was just a kid at the time, so I only had a PlayStation. I wasn't an Xbox kid. So COD got its hooks into me super hard when I started playing it. I prestiged 10 times and was an absolute menace with the M16. The game was simple then, 3, 5, 7 kill streaks, and I only played Search and Destroy or Team Deathmatch. Just match after match shredding people. Black Ops came out and you could spec out builds, so I made the quick knife with full marathon and full sprint, just super aggressive, top fragging lobbies and having a hell of a time doing it. I loved gun game as well. I played Black Ops 2 and by the time Advanced Warfare came out, I was kind of done with it. I don't know if it was the franchise changing or me growing out of what the game offered, but it just no longer hit the same. 2017, I bought World War II because I had just bought a PS4 Pro and I wanted to see a new game that had 4K capability. It looked great and the campaign was fine. I played some online multiplayer, but again, it just didn't hit like it used to. 2020, I tried out Warzone, the free battle royale. I got some dubs with some friends, but yeah, just didn't think it was that great. And then from 2020 on is when the franchise really seemed to go downhill. In 2017, Fortnite took the world by storm, and I loved it in the early days. But all these big AAA studios just saw how much money it was making, and they wanted to chase those dollar signs, game identity be damned. It didn't matter that Call of Duty is supposed to have a military theme, they started introducing the most ridiculous weapon skins and worse character skins. They wanted that Fortnite live service money, but the problem is that Call of Duty is a full price $70 game. They introduced loot boxes at some point until those were outlawed, and then they just went the old macro transaction route. Fortnite can get away with this stuff because they're a free-to-play game and they deserve a way to make money because the product that they offer is genuinely good. But with COD, it's just pure greed. I fucking despise Activision. They do not care about making good games anymore. They care about extracting money from their player base. And for some fucking wild reason, people actually spend money in these games. I hate microtransactions in general, but in free-to-play, constantly evolving games like Fortnite, it at least makes sense. The game has been out since 2017, so you can enjoy those old skins you bought for literal years. In COD, they bring out a new installment every fucking year, so your old stuff is obsolete the next year. Same thing with EA and their sports franchises. If you spend money on these games, you should not be allowed access to a credit card. You are bad with money. Hate me all you want, but I'm right. It is a ridiculous waste of money when the purchase has such a short shelf life. And again, you can sort of justify this with Fortnite because that's an ongoing game that is free to play. So they need some way to make money. Activision shits out a new half-baked release every single November for $70 US. That is their revenue stream. They don't need microtransactions, they just do it because they're greedy. But again, people enable this behavior from Activision by actually spending on it. So they then double down and make more microtransactions. So now the franchise is unrecognizable slop from its glory days. Seth Rogen weed smoking skins, Nicki Minaj skins, fucking Beavis and Butthead. It's so absurdly cringe. It honestly makes me sad for the state of humanity that people actually think this is an appealing thing to spend their hard-earned money on. In Fortnite, I don't even mind it because the game is already silly and cartoony, so they can do what they want. But in COD, they aren't doing it because it matches the identity of their game. They're doing it purely out of greed, and it has fucking ruined the franchise from what it once was. And that actually brings us to the worst part of COD, is that it isn't even fun to play anymore. Even if the prestige system didn't exist in Modern Warfare, I would have played that shit for hundreds of hours just because it was fun. No other reason. I didn't need anything to chase. But now, people only buy it to engage with the progression system. Nadeshot basically said as much in a clip recently, saying Battlefield 6 is great, but he doesn't know what he would do after his weapons are leveled up.
Do you see yourself playing Battlefield 6 once COD drops? That's the game that people have watched me play for a very long time, and so I'm probably going to be doing the camo grind. Going to play a lot of the game. You know, we're going to be on that game for a couple months, so I'm not sure where Battlefield kind of slots in there. And I think my biggest question for at least people that play Battlefield, I feel like Battlefield and the question of whether I'm going to play it more after Call of Duty drops is like, I would be surprised if Battlefield is the main game that people play full time, because I can't really figure out what there is to do after you unlock everything and rank up all your weapons. I feel like it's a game where if I were living a normal life, 9 to 5, coming home from work, having a couple drinks on the weekends, playing with my buddies on Xbox, this would be a fun game to come back to every couple weeks and have a session on. But I don't think it's a game that I can like stream full time, just because I don't know what happens after I have everything unlocked and I've explored like the portal servers and all those things. And I'm not saying the game is bad. It doesn't make the game worse in my eyes. I don't know what I do from here.
What the fuck is wrong with people? What happened to people playing a game just because it was fun? We do not need games to manipulate us into playing them, but that is exactly what COD does. They have these long progression systems to get a unique skin to flex that you leveled up every gun. I have some friends who do this grind every year, and they often talk about how ass some of the challenges are to complete for some weapon skins. Okay, then why the hell are you doing it? I'll tell you why. Because they're conditioned. It's the truth. I know this because I used to be too. I loved Madden football from 2004 to 2008, but then I stopped playing or enjoying them. But I still bought the new one from 2009 to 2015. Just because, oh, the new Madden is out, gotta buy it. Fucking COD themselves announced that they were going to be done with yearly installments, and I was elated. Finally, just make a good game every 5 years or so. This would have been so much better. But if they did this, people would lose their conditioning. It's so fucking sad because Battlefield just did this. They released an actual good game and people love it. They took their time with it and they made it a quality release. But now they have announced that they want to copy COD and start doing yearly installments. You know what happens then? The quality of the game suffers drastically. This is evidenced by the last 6 Call of Duties, all of them massively complained about, but yet they somehow top sales charts. Not because the games are good or fun, but just because people are conditioned to buy this slop. So why would Activision change? They have the market cornered, so why would they make a good product if people will just keep buying a shit low effort one? They also have engagement-based matchmaking designed to give you a win just before you get off out of frustration. Then you have one good fun game, start enjoying yourself again, and then sweat lobbies for 5 or 6 in a row. Then another fun match, just to keep you playing. This is manipulative psychological bullshit. I hate companies that do this. Stop letting them control you. Stop supporting them. Stop buying into their schemes. Make them earn your damn money. And yes, because of Battlefield 6, they have been forced to change slightly. They disabled matchmaking or change it in some way during the beta, and then they announced that they won't have dumbass Beavis and Butthead skins, at least at launch, but this is just talk. Remember, they also said they were done with yearly installments, so don't believe a fucking word these guys say. They're just saying what they think you want to hear. Their actions always prove otherwise. They're doing this to ease the community before release, but after the Christmas sales are done, they'll be right back on their bullshit. Mark my fucking words. This is an evil company and they do not deserve your money. I played the Black Ops 7 beta and it was boring as hell. First of all, I couldn't even get it working on my PC, so I had to download it on PS5. I haven't played a shooter on controller in over 5 years, and my second game I dropped over 30 kills. That should not happen. But because of the egregious aim assist in this game, any casual ass player can feel like they're good. Why? Because they need to appease their casual as fuck audience to keep buying this shit. But every game felt the same. I played the beta for 3 hours, and in my years as a content creator, it was the only time I felt like I was clocking into a job. Now normally, I love my job, it's the best job in the world, but being forced to play COD for a video felt like work. I wanted to get off after 2 hours, but I forced myself to play for 3. Every map felt the same. Every game felt the same. Slay out a bit, get some kills, die, respawn, trade, rinse and repeat. If you genuinely like COD, then sure, maybe you have bad taste in games, but you do you. Play what you enjoy, I guess. But if you're just buying this game out of habit, playing it for a month, and then waiting for the next year to do it all again, just stop. This isn't the franchise you used to love from their glory days in 2007 and 2012. This is a pathetic excuse for a video game that lives off a brand name that helped revolutionize online FPS multiplayer games. But they are not that company anymore. They are simply putting their product out each year to better their bottom line, not to actually deliver a fun gaming experience to its players. And in 2025, There are tons of games actually doing right by the consumer by providing a great gaming experience. So broaden your horizons and start playing actual good games and not this pathetic slop. Sadly, the majority of people who play COD do not even watch gaming YouTube, so they will never see this message. I know this because I'm friends with a lot of these people in real life. They're 30-something dads who used to love COD and now just buy it because it's the one game a year that they play. I have lots of friends who I love dearly that only play COD, and it makes me sad. So I'll be sending them this video, and I urge you to send it to your COD-addicted normies as well. Anyways, like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more base takes. Come check me out on Twitch at ItSizzle7, and finally, fuck COD and Activision. I hope this year is your downfall because it's long overdue.